Hello, welcome. This is episode 60 of The Holy Cleanse, the Homebrew campaign. I'm the DM, RxOliver. These are my friends, the players. We've got Andy McCarr, Kiara, Fargrim / Ogrim, and Darrow. We are playing 2nd edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons in my homebrew world, the Silver Isles. Here we are on the Silver Road, near Rockholm, near Stonehaven, at Dragon's Watch Castle Ruins. I'm going to pop us onto that map, and we're going to get underway playing. We are 31 days to court. We were out last time, I've been checking. We're 31 days to court. It's Fire Day the 8th of Firemoot in the year 50. So we have dates now. 31 days to court. It's not far into the morning. You rested recently and I've had the fight since. So you're not far into a day, but you're well bruised and battered in these crypts under Dragon's Watch Castle Ruins. And you're trapped down here.
Well, Darrow, what do you reckon, lad?
Oh, you don't look... You look as if you're taking a battering, and your brother has too.
Oh, 'tis but a scratch, lad, but a bit of healing wouldn't go amiss.
Yeah, I've used about half my healing today, and Eleonora has too. What about, what potions have you got?
Potions? No, we ain't got no potions, lad.
What about the... Hey, what was on Sneaky Nook, and what did we have?
Okay, Sneaky Nook had 3 potions, one of which was from the party loot. A 1d8, 2d8, and a 3d8.
And which was the party loot?
The 3d8.
Ooh, I reckon we should, it's no delay is what my dream said. So, Darrow looks to try and decide which of the dwarves looks most injured.
Now, this is you guys dipping into that supply you've had for so long, that last resort. We've got these healing potions and never used them, and now this is you dipping in because it's really do or die time,
Yeah.
Aye, lad, but how far down are we? How far is there to go?
We don't. I've not been this way before.
Neither are we, lad. But
So
I'd stake my life. There's still a hell of a way to go.
So you're still maybe some distance to go, but you're quite far underground now.
See what this potion does to you.
Well, I hope it heals me, lad.
Is that the 3d8 one?
That's the 3d8 one, and being offered to whichever of them looks most injured.
Well, good luck. Hope you get a good roll.
That's Olgrim. Okie doke.
I hope your roll is good. Yeah, it's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Thanks, lad.
Good. 17 back for Olgrim. Valuable hit points in this dungeon.
Almost up to 2/3 health now.
He drinks the big red potion. Feels much better.
How far is he in numbers?
Olgrim in numbers is now
41 out of 67. So he's still 26 down.
Okay.
Oh crikey, he was 58.
I'm going to clean up the map.
He's 26 down. Right.
Trevor, what happens to Andy McCarr's flaming sphere just after that combat? It's still there.
Yeah, I think I just parked it at the rear of the cavern there, where it wouldn't burn anything.
Yeah.
I think you were cooking some of those for us, lad, weren't you? Okay, then. As long as we got some in for one more fight. I don't think we'll last more than one more fight before having to rest, lad.
Yeah. So, but it means we may delay one less time. So, Eleonora, I need to tick off that. She's just done 3 cure lights, which I failed to tick off. 1, 2, 3, and I'm saying she does one more on Darrow, whilst you can roll the d10 for the potion that was on Andamacar.
Okay, thanks, lad. Olgrim says, taking the potion from Andamacar.
Yeah.
And getting 5 points.
But we don't need it in an emergency.
Aye.
Yellow's still got his own private potions. He gets 3 better from the cure. We have 1 cure light wound, which Darrow had. Sorry, 1 first level spell, which Darrow has, 1 second level spell, which Eleonora has, and they've got some third levels left.
Does Andamacar want to carry Sneaky-Nook's 2 potions?
I can do that.
Okay.
So,
Is the bear
we've
still
got
carrying Sneaky Nook's remains?
personal potions and Darrow's personal potions still.
So what
And I've got to
do we
put
have?
Fargrim will walk over to Kiara and give her a hug and shake Andamacar's hand. Getting wrapped up in those blasted things, couldn't do a damn thing till you two and young lad over there came and helped us. Thanks.
Oh, as long as I didn't burn you too much.
Anytime.
Just warm me up a bit, lad.
Did burn them a little bit, eh?
Does this look edible?
I don't
Poke
know.
one of the burn things.
Well, I doubt it somehow. But the flame went up when you started doing the healing. It didn't last all that long.
Sneaky Nook might have thought so.
Yeah. Sneaky Nook. Sneaky Nook is the one who knows these monsters.
Even a cook David ate them, like, yes.
Yeah.
If we were desperate.
Okay, well, Fargrim is going to check the walls of this cave to look and see if there's any kind of signs of moving, or kind of collapsed rocks, etc., which might give us a shortcut down. And Olgrim will poke around and see if there were any remains of adventurers that might have loot, etc.
So shifting rocks and stuff, I have to do passive rolls when you're around them, because you're dwarves and elves.
Yeah, but I've not been paying attention that much yet, lad.
But, as far
I'll
as
have
this room's
glanced
concerned,
around.
this cave, Adamacar's glancing round, right? This cave, as far as this one's concerned, there was a load of treasure in this one. There was so there's a load of silver pieces lying around, just scattered around the floor, all over the place.
We have to be collecting loot, for fuck's sake.
Like a bag of silver's just been burst in here.
So whilst the clerics were doing the, sorry, you were cutting in and out, Tammy.
I was just saying that fuck the silver pieces. We're not here to collect loot or treasure, for Christ's sake. These are all just distractions that are coming. Just leave it. Let's go.
Yeah, I think we can leave silver pieces. I think if there's anything more valuable, then we should pick it up.
Bleeding heavy silver is.
There's a lot of silver pieces.
Yeah.
We came from here, didn't we? So will we go and check what's here? If we form up a party order and if we say where we're checking, so the two dwarves
Reveal areas ready.
Okay, well, Olgrim will kind of stand guard here until people have gone past. Then, if Andamacar wants to take rear guard,
okay.
Then Olgrim can move forward and support his brother. Fargrim will move up to here and just hold here while everybody shuffles around.
Well, where are we going? Down the way or up the way? Down the way.
The boss wants to go up here.
We can have Darrow and Andamacar in the rear guard. Eleonora somewhere in the middle.
Kiara in the middle.
Eleonora, yeah. If we're having fighters at each end, it's Kiara.
It's Kiara and the bear right in the middle of everything.
Eleonora.
To fuck everything up. You know
And the bear in the middle. Darrow and Andamacar in the rear. And the two brothers in the front.
That looks a wise configuration to me. I would play that, like.
Kiara, would you mind just guarding this tunnel while Olgrim joins Fargrim and they go around the corner?
Yeah.
Just keep an eye out for anything coming up. It should be safe, but there's no guarantee.
Just in case there's undead. I know we don't turn undead, these clerics.
What's your vision these days?
60 foot.
That's a pain. There's another route there.
Just pause and check and see there's nothing kind of lurking in the interstices of this cave.
No, in here there's nothing but some mold on the wall, some like algae growing, and
old molded algae. Keep distance from it. Nothing on the ceiling.
Nah, maybe just like, you know, slimy, drippy, like underground ceiling.
Green, perhaps.
Yeah, a little bit.
Avoid it.
What if Kiara was to walk sort of around to here-ish?
Well,
Right.
Hopefully the party will have moved up and Andamakar will have taken over here with
Well, no,
Darrow.
if-
You can catch up.
If she was to
Yes.
head here to see what was down this way.
That's the way you came in.
Yeah, where
That's
they
the way we came.
shouldn't be
That's
anything,
what came in.
because
Okay.
that's where we came from. The only way there'll be stuff there is if it came out of here.
Okay.
Okay, so Andamakar's taken up position there, so if everybody else can shuffle past him and get behind Fargrim and Olgrim, and then we can move on.
Is it worth doing a quick exploration of the other passage?
Well,
I was thinking
this one.
The one to the north.
Well, this is where Darrow said he wants to go, so we're following his
I
instructions.
suggested here because if we had to retreat, which is becoming increasingly likely, first of this was where people could more easily cut us off on our way. We have a look a little bit further.
Yeah.
And if it becomes really complicated, we may go back, but
Okay, well, we'll wait here while everyone shuffles up into this cave.
Yeah, you're moving quite slow just now when you're exploring.
Relatively slowly. We're moving forward until we can see ahead, then waiting for people to catch up, and Andamakar and Darrow to kind of close up behind us.
Give me a
yeah.
perception.
And once we've got there, we don't. I would say I think we can close up now in formation.
Can we just get along it?
Give me a perception check for the two up front then, for the two brothers. So perceptions.
Okay,
The average,
1 second.
Intelligence and wisdom.
So that's just D20 below them. Okay, so Fargrim, then I'll roll both and then I'll check them. So that's a 19 and a 16.
gonna be a fail.
Doesn't look very likely, does it?
Okay, yeah.
1 second.
They don't notice anything.
They're too busy chatting, aren't they?
There's the jacket up the front, aye. Come on, lad, let's go.
You know what the fucking problem with this bear's token is that the little sticker for the fucking setting is right beside where you turn it around.
It's a nightmare. Sometimes when you're zoomed in to just the wrong size, it doesn't matter where you put the thing, you can't grab it.
I think I'm going to have to put a t-shirt on because I think we're going to have a Twitch and YouTube nightmare.
Right,
And that was under the average of int and wisdom, correct?
yeah.
Right. Well, they both failed.
Okay. Nothing on the perception check for me
It's
then.
probably under the best of.
Give me the 60 feet vision up this direction.
Yeah, 60 is standard, isn't it?
Yeah, I've revealed more than enough there.
Okay. Move forward to here, where we can see up round the corner there.
And I
Okay.
think we're advancing behind.
Because you both failed on the perception, I want you to roll surprise now for those two.
All right.
Everyone
Okay.
else can be close behind when they do it, and nobody else needs to roll surprise.
I think
Fargrim and Argrim first.
we're following information, so
Yeah.
I think even though it's taking us a while to move the bits and pieces, I think
You're
the
not close
party is close up behind.
Yes, we're not struggling. It's just we're not moving everything together. But in reality, we are moving up together.
It's not like we're sneaky look who moves silently and doesn't want people clamping in armor behind him.
Yeah.
With this group, we're moving as one.
And we are not surprised.
Nice.
Oh God, it's them.
It's them. Your favourites. My favourite monster. Everybody's favourite monster.
What can you see? What can you see?
Crawlers. 5 of the bastards.
Gonna roll a collective.
Oh, joy.
We're dead.
We can just walk straight past them.
Run away. Run away.
I'm gonna roll
Let's
a
just
d10 for surprise for them. No, they're not surprised. So they turn from their meal and look at you. They're munching on something. Doesn't look fresh, but it seems to be a cadaver of some sort, a body of some sort.
Can we throw them some of that?
Retreat back to here. So
Can we throw them some of the things that we've just killed? Maybe it'll keep them occupied.
Are you carrying them with you?
Well, not at the moment. We'd have to go back and get them.
Okay, Fargrim and Argrim are yelling, retreat back to this cave so we can get more people onto them.
Okay.
Oh, we need someone. This is a time for people to use for one of our arcane casters to do something.
I'm just checking their movement speeds because I think they might be slow.
I think I've got a web spell.
Movement 12.
They're big.
Movement 12. So what's the plan, guys?
Lightning bolt.
My plan was for us to move back to here, but I don't think we'll make it if they're not surprised and they're moving faster than us, because Fargrim and Argrim are only moving at 6.
Yep. So I believe.
So in that case, Kiara, if you stand behind the two dwarves, and you can do a lightning bolt beyond them when they.
That would be what would. Yeah, but we're stopping to discuss that.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, but I'm asking you a question. Have we stopped and discussed that?
We need to ask your party member.
There isn't time to stop and discuss it, I'm afraid.
What Darrow did say is, this is time for one of you to use your magic.
Yes, I said a web spell.
One of you thought web spell, one of you thought lightning bolt.
And both of us thought, we're doomed!
What size is a carrion crawler? Let me check that.
They're large.
Okay.
I think they're large.
I think we've got to roll initiatives because you've got to decide who moves when.
Yep. And I've rolled initiative for these monsters. Now you all know them by now. I believe everybody in this party's came across them before. It's the carrion crawler, the famous carrion crawler. Okay, so let's go to the turn order then. Andy McCarr is first. What spell have you rolled for?
I'm rolled for web.
Ooh.
But I'm not sure I want to. Well, I can either fill the corridor with webs now before they get here, or I can wait until they're in sight and then try and web them. In which case, I would need to hold my action until the end of the round.
Yeah, you can hold the action. It's not a problem.
So I think I'll hold my action.
Okay.
Jolly good.
That makes it Ogrim next.
Holding action.
Okay.
Waiting to smite one as it comes up to me.
Kiara next.
Well, I guess I'm holding.
Okay.
Aye, lass. Wait till there's a nice heap of 5 of them and then just kill them all.
Eleanor.
It doesn't say whether I have to see it or not, though. Hold on.
What spell are you doing?
Right.
Yeah, you need some vision. Eleonora is holding. Darrow is
Wait a
casting
second, because Tara's reading
prayer.
a spell description.
It's all right. I hadn't. It doesn't matter.
What
And
spell are
I'm
you
looking
casting?
at-
You've not even told me.
I have. I've told you like 4 times now.
I've
I'm
never heard
casting
you yet.
lightning bolt.
Oh, nice.
Lightning bolt.
Nice.
If they're not in sight, you won't be able to hit them.
Yeah, so you said you were holding, didn't you?
Okay, so Eleanor next.
Well, yeah. I have to hold.
Eleanor is holding.
You don't have to,
And
because
then-
you've got enough movement that you can move to here and you'd see them and cast it. If you wanted to.
Yeah, if you wanted to stand in front of the fighters.
Yeah, but the tactical is to wait.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at the description of prayer.
Well, it's Eleanor's turn anyway. Is she holding her action?
He's holding because there's nothing to hit with the staff.
So Darrow's casting prayer, so everybody's got +1 on attack
the
and +1
range is
on
0.
damage, I think.
And the area of effect, because I'm looking at where, I'm just seeing what the scale of things is, because I may reposition him slightly. Kill, arrow, hold on, let me reposition. There's room for Darrow to be there, and then if I look at 60 foot, some but not all
They're gonna
are
be
in it.
affected. So I'll mark up which ones
Depends
are
whether
affected.
it goes through rock.
I
doesn't
don't
it?
think it is going to, like... It doesn't see round corners either, eh? Neither does Darrow.
Well, I think it's just radius.
I think, yeah, but that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking it is just radius,
Anything
though.
within the
Yeah.
radius.
So I'm thinking, yeah, they are going to be affected, but we're going to have to split in which ones are affected and which ones aren't. So you're
Yes.
casting it from there, right? Okay, so mark up that radius again for me, and I'll mark up...
Well, it depends whether it goes through rock.
It's 60 foot radius.
I'm saying
Yes,
radius.
but it
so
depends whether it goes through rock.
I'm saying yes, right?
Fair enough.
So
So
two
those 3.
Yeah, so the 3 nearest.
Okay, and Darrow's cast it, so I'll put a mark on him.
And how long does it last, Darrow?
Around a level, so 6 rounds.
There we go. Darrow casts prayer. All of you are affected by it, and I believe it's +1 to attack and
Thanks,
+1
lad.
damage.
+1 to attack, damage, saves,
And saves.
-1 for the opposition.
And -1 for the opposition. So 3 of them have that effect for 6 rounds.
So given there's lots of paralysis, the plus on saves is potentially quite useful.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Okay, so that makes it the other brother, Fargrim, next.
Holding and waiting to smite one of these
Okay, now we get
abominations.
Now we get to these things. Now they are a large creature. So, somebody measure this for me. Is this a one large creature thing, is it?
Well, it's a 10-foot wide corridor.
So that's only one large creature, isn't it?
It depends.
Depends. It's 9 foot long, but it depends how wide it is.
Yeah.
I generally run that they're kind of long and thin.
Yeah, they're going to get to it, aren't they? Yes, fun times. Okay, so
Oh, great.
a carrion crawler reaches up and attacks you. Now, the carrion crawler...
You're doing them. You're moving them one at a time.
Yeah, let's move them one at a time. So, it lashes out with its 2 feet long tentacles. Each of them produces a sticky secretion, as you know, that paralyzes its victims. So, I need to... Do I roll attacks, or do you just make 8 saves?
No,
Roll
you
attack.
roll attacks.
Yeah, I do. Right.
8 attacks at -1.
Yep, that is correct. Let me see, have I got this token clicked? 8 attacks at -1.
We're doomed.
You get a save if it hits. Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, still doomed.
I don't
And it's a
think so.
sort of poison that's paralyzing you, so you do get the dwarf bonus.
Now, does 0 hit, Ogrim?
Yes.
It does. So you've got to make a save versus poison, I believe.
Did that include the -1?
Yeah, I did include it.
No.
I did
It's
it.
got if you hover over it, it's -1 times 0. You haven't got the -1 on the second one.
Ah, okay, so that isn't a hit. That was.
Third one's so that's the second and third one just scrape over
It's
the
'cause I
armor,
put-
and if it
I put the
wasn't
-1
for the
in the wrong
prayer, it'd be
place.
doomed.
So when it comes up Dex bonus, to put the -1 there. That one hits him though. So
That
make
one
it.
hits
I
definitely.
believe it's a save versus poison. Let me double check.
So you get the dwarven bonus. What's
Alright.
Doesn't say here whether you get a save, but I believe you do. Or is it save versus
it's
paralysation?
paralyzation, but it's a poison causing the paralyzation.
So you get it's a save versus paralysation with your dwarven poison bonus.
And
Okay.
a +1 on top.
And a +1 from the prayer spell. Good luck. Success.
Ah, made it.
Success. Right, where's my... I just rolled a dice and it just seems to have disappeared. Okay.
That's a 9, which misses.
Oh yeah, there it is, the 9, I see it. Okay, again.
3 to go.
It's not that tough a monster, but in numbers, it's dangerous. This is... How many attacks? 40 if there's 5 of them.
1 left.
One left for this boy. That's a miss.
The sweat's
Fargrim
running off
escapes
Fargrim's brow.
unparalysed. Now, it is time for another one, and we'll say the closest one next, because the DM's being generous. Benevolent God again gives you one that's got the minuses attacking you. And this one's attacking at Ogrim, right?
Yep.
With -1s.
AC 0 again.
And the 14 is the first, isn't it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 2.
5, 6. Right, I'll just load up 6 of them and then go like this.
Miss. Hit.
Ah!
Critical hit.
Miss. Miss. Hit.
Critical hit.
2 20s there.
Boom. Another one. 3
20s.
20s. Ooh, this one. This one is blessed by a dark god of undead munching. Ogrim has to make 3 saves versus paralysation. And there's no... It doesn't get anything for its critical hit here. I'm not going to say it gets a bonus or you get a penalty on the save or anything, because... Ooh, 3 crits. Good job these didn't have damage attached to them. So that's 1 failure. Doesn't matter, if you've got 1 failure, that's it, eh? Don't need the other ones.
Well, it depends whether they've got durations.
It does actually, yeah. Because they'll run concurrently, yeah.
So Olgrim is paralysed.
For... One 2d6. Would you like to roll 2d6 for how many turns?
Turns.
Oh yes, they're vicious.
So you might be rested after all. If you be
70
surviving.
melee rounds.
70
We might be
melee
resting in
rounds.
peace.
Yeah. 7 turns, 70 melee rounds.
I think I'd be looking at the clerical spells for what level remove paralysis is.
Yeah, I think it might be within you and Eleanor's capabilities, you know.
It's 3rd level.
Is it? Yeah, you can
I
do it.
assume it's remove paralysis rather than neutralise poison. Yes, it must be. Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, only 2 of them can get into attack. But Fargrim, he is unconscious for 7 turns.
And this is stood and paralyzed.
Sorry, can you put Olgrim's token back? He seems to have vanished.
Is it Olgrim that's paralysed, not Fargrim?
Yes, it's Olgrim that's paralysed.
2 seconds.
But his token's gone.
I see that. Okay.
One paralysed.
They've teleported him.
He's not that dead.
They've disintegrated him.
There he
Is
goes
this
back.
paralyzed and remain stood up, or paralyzed and fall down?
Paralysed be like, it's like freeze
Rigid.
solid, freeze rigid solid, so then you would just fall over like a statue that doesn't have a base.
Well, he has got a base, hasn't he?
No, he's got feet. No, he's got feet and he's just going to topple over. I suppose, unless someone nudges him, he's not going to fall over. He'll just stand there for now, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah. Because he's a dwarf and he's got a very low centre of gravity, yeah, you're right, Peter. He probably doesn't fall over straight away. He probably just stands there, sturdy, like, with his 2 hammers, like. Yep, he's paralysed.
The bear
70
would
minutes.
go next, but is rather obstructed, but we'll hear how suicidal the bear is.
The bear is not suicidal.
Not today.
The bear is like the most sensible one out of the party.
Oh, yes.
He's got Slinky Nuke, remember, on his back.
Yeah.
Like,
The other 3 carrying crawlers can't
Yes,
do
he can always
anything
offer
from
that to the carrion crawlers to eat, can't he?
there. So it is
Yeah,
Charlie
it's a big
Bates.
carrion.
What is the big bear going to do? If anything.
nothing. He's not holding. He's
Okay, so we
holding
get to held actions. Adam
In,
McCarr?
in the same order.
In the same order.
So it's Ander McCarr first.
Can I step forward
Oh,
a little bit and cast a web down that their passageway?
You can do. Will I get a web token ready?
I'll have to come up behind Kiara, I think, just so that I can see where I'm casting it. Now I can get... the passage is 10 foot high, 10 foot wide.
Here it is, yes.
So I can get 80 feet depth of web. So 80 feet from obviously I don't want to catch the dwarves, but I want to get as much as the front carrying crawlers in it as I can, and then just go 80 feet back from there. I can't really get it to go around corners, so I'm just going to fill the corridor as much as I can.
So it'll be something like that. Well, up to there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really do anything other than just make it 80 foot depth
Token's
of
not the
it.
best colour, but I think that looks alright. It should extend out further, really, shouldn't it? Like that.
I mean, that'll do fine. It's just visual demonstration.
Which ones are caught up? All
Yes.
of them, or just
All of
the back
them.
Yeah,
3?
so,
All of them.
Okay.
yes. So obviously the ones at the front won't. I can't. I'll engulf them as completely as I can without getting the dwarves. But so probably most of them will be in the web because they're quite long, aren't they?
So
And
their
all the ones behind
bodies
will
are-
be.
Their bodies are probably in the webs, but the tentacles aren't.
Yeah, something like that. I won't be able to
Yep.
get the tentacles because they'll be kind of flailing around the dwarves. But at worst, those 2 will get through, and you'll have to carry on fighting them.
Did they get a
At
saving
best, it'll
throw?
hold them in place, and you can drag the other dwarf out the way.
Did they get a saving throw against it?
They all get a saving throw, yes.
Okay. So, carrying crawler, that is.
All saving at -1.
And the good thing is this lasts longer than the paralysation does.
It's a 3 hit dice creature. Somebody check what the saving throw for a level 3 fighter is for save versus spell. Please. Because monsters just save like a level fighter off their hit dice, don't they? So
Saving throw for a 3rd level warrior is against spell 16. So their save will be 17.
there you have it, folks. They're all trapped in the web.
I think they might because they're large, strong creatures, they might be able to slowly make their way through it, but it'll certainly slow them.
Yes, they can probably come through at about a foot around.
Yeah.
They don't all save at -1 only.
Depends. It might be a bit more if they're because they are quite large and strong, but it'll certainly hold them up.
Yes, creatures with strengths below between 13 and 17 can break through 1 foot of webs per round.
There you go.
As long as nobody destroys the webs. Hint.
I've got to say, Trevor, I think another very good use of a spell there. Could be very
wonderful.
Good. You have to get Ogrim out of there, but Kiara's next in held actions.
So Kiara had rolled for lightning bolt. When I've been,
nice one.
When I've been reading here, it says she would have these things, by the way, but it says material components of the spell are a bit of fur and an amber crystal or glass rod.
Yeah, but we've played that up to the level of spells that you've got. We've not had to go into the semantics of shopping for the spell components. When you study spells, you know which spell components you need to have.
But this is the first one that I've seen that has had that.
The spell components?
Yes, that's the first one I've seen that said you have to have some.
So I assume when she's learned the spell, the next place she's been shopping and she's got the spell
Yeah,
components.
she had a fucking bear and she's going to have crystals and a bit of fur.
She cuts a wee slice of fur off the bear.
I've got crystals and a bit of fur sitting in my living room. I don't even have to role play that. I don't have fur in my room, actually. I don't.
Now, lightning bolt. Boys, what do you think? She's getting all 5 of these, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, this is so.
Because you do a single bolt, 5 feet, 10 feet wide and 40 feet long.
And is being caught in the web negating their savings throw that they would have?
It says, may set fire to combustible, sunder wooden doors, splintered up to half a foot of stone, and melts metal with a low melting point like bronze.
Yeah. So it will burn the web.
But not immediately, because the web's sticky.
But that will be additional damage to things that are already badly damaged.
The thing I'm thinking here is, does them being in the web mean they don't get a saving throw versus half damage?
You could have a negative.
I say so. So, now...
So they're at -1 anyway.
Read for me the description of the bolt, the size of it, so I can work out how it's going to bounce and where it's going to go.
So, you want me to read the lightning bolt's area of effect is chosen by the spell player, right? Either a forked bolt 10 foot wide and 40 feet long, or a single bolt 5 foot wide and 80 foot long. If a bolt cannot reach its full length because of an unyielding barrier such as a stone wall, the lightning bolt rebounds from the barrier towards its caster, ending only when it reaches its full length. For example, an 80 foot long stroke has begun at 40 foot, but it's a stone wall at 50 foot. Bolt travels 10 foot, hits the other wall, rebounds back till it's travelled the full distance. But it says the end away for reflecting bolts.
You'll be wanting a 10 foot wide one, of course, to get them all in.
So there's 40 feet.
It looks as though just a straight through, doesn't it?
If you nudge Fargrim out the way, stand where he is, 10 foot wide, you're not hitting all of them, and it's just going to go straight, boom, no complications.
Yeah. So
and they'll take some damage from the burning web as well.
The web won't immediately catch fire. It will set fire to things that are like immediately combustible, but the web's sticky. It's not like immediately combustible like that. Flames would set fire quicker than a lightning would.
So, what did I roll?
Are you?
You rolled your damage.
Level 7.
What level character are you?
7.
76.
Oof.
Go for it.
Plus 1. Do we get +1 for the pair?
No,
No.
not spell damage. You wish.
Nice try, Peter.
Nice try.
Some people play it.
Not
that
too
was
bad.
fucking terrible.
There's a 6 in there, there's a 5.
That's
it's
not
that
great, but it's 20 points.
It's not great.
Bit
It's not the
disappointing.
worst.
It was fucking shite. I wish I'd rolled them one at a time. I hate doing multi-rolls. I hate it. I feel cheated when you have to do that.
All of them are saving at minuses.
They're not saving because they're trapped in the web. The saves a dodge versus lightning bolt. They're all trapped in the web. They're not dodging.
And they've, how many of them had close to maximum hit points?
So, I am going to. It's not a critical hit, but because it's enough damage to take out all 5 of them, Tammy, I'm going to hand it over to you. Describe this lightning bolt ripping through these 5 carrion crawlers.
Hold on, I need to write my notes that I've hit all 5.
You've killed all 5.
I've killed them. Well, it would just.
So I'll let you describe it.
Them. Yeah, it would rip big, massive 10-foot lightning bolt that's fires straight through them, barely even stops. It just sort of fizzles through and forks off through each one as they like are stuck in the web and just are fucking fried.
For a split second, it's like when you see an X-ray and you see their bones.
Or a little firework.
Yeah, and then
all the tentacles lay all about.
Yeah, they flew about like they're all electrified, going bzzz, and then there's nothing left of them. Kiara, well done.
Hey, well done, lass. That were great. That were brilliant.
I could even
Yeah,
take
that certainly sorted them.
I could even take out initiative order, but didn't even technically finish the first round there.
I think that is the first time I've had lightning bolt as well.
What's wrong, lad?
Second, you've used up some skeletons as well.
Tap, 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 tap. Ogren, are you alright in there?
Oh, yeah, I did. You're right.
Ogren's not well, lads.
He's just standing there like... In fact, give me a dex check, Kiara, to see if you knocked him over. Because you stood in his place.
What do you want me to roll?
Just dexterity and roll under it. You should be alright, you've got a high dexterity.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, that's under it.
Oh yeah. I think it's your highest stat dex.
Darrow, lad, have you got anything to help Olgrim?
Oh, he'll come round. It's with met carrying crawler paralyzation before. It wears off after a bit.
You don't know where it'll be 70 minutes, but you don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. I know.
About an hour.
Enough of those critters, we must have had people paralysed before.
Yeah. So.
Nice spell again, Kiara. Brilliant use of lightning bolt there. Excellent space to use it. They were trapped in the web as well.
It was nice use it, yeah. I was so happy that Adam Ankar was first with web light.
If they weren't trapped in the web, and I gave them their saving throw, it's saved for half damage, and if some of them had saved, some of them would still be alive. But they were like they were between 10 and 20 hit points. So
that was pure damage. That was pure damage that rolled for sure.
Yeah. If any of them had made saves, they wouldn't be dead.
Yeah.
That paralyzation's particularly nasty, I think. So I think that was excellent use of both spells there from the two of you.
Well done, the casters.
Yeah, we're getting good with our teamwork with our spells. We are like.
And what you've learned now is lightning bolt works best when creatures are lined up in a nice row for you.
Yeah.
Which was another good reason to retreat down the corridor. That 10-foot wide corridor.
Well, Ogrim's not going anywhere unless somebody moves him.
Fargrim's going to move Olgrim back and lay him down in the chamber back here. Okay. He'll ask Andamakar how long that web's going to last.
Should last over an hour.
Will we just let it smoulder away?
It depends whether it's on fire or not. If it's on fire, it'll burn away quite quickly.
Is it on fire?
Nah, the webs don't catch fire from a lightning bolt. Or if they do, just in little bits, and it will go out again because it's quite sticky. The web. A burning spell like a flame would make it burn, but not a lightning.
What I suggest is that we wait here for a while, and those of us who want a snack can have a snack whilst we're waiting.
I was just about to...
Okay, I'll pull off Olgrim's helmet and I'll wave some beer under his nose and see if that wakes him up.
I would love it if it did, but it doesn't.
The web will last for 10 turns, so it will actually last longer than the paralysation.
Well, I've took it off the map.
Okay, well, Fargrim will kind of occupy the other entrance to the cave and just stand on guard and get the clerics to look over his brother and just try and get him back quicker. And if somebody just could keep an eye on the webbed corridor and just make sure that no giant spiders come along, because they'll just walk straight through it.
Listen, we'll all be on the lookout, but I think we need to munch some food and stuff over here. Everybody take a chance to like.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on, see if anything comes through the webs. It should be fairly obvious if it starts coming through webs.
You certainly got time
we'll be on the web.
Okay, so the question is, do we get any wandering monsters turn up to annoy us in the next hour?
I've rolled it already.
Does anyone? I just very quickly need to turn my cam off.
Unless it's a very high chance.
Well, it's nearly half time, so we can take a break now anyway, if you want. Take a 5-minute break, folks.
Good idea.
Cool. Right, back from the half-time break. What are you doing for 70 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, I think we said we're having people keeping a watch in both directions, whilst others take a chance to have a drink or whatever.
Well, I have rolled your random monster roll and it's not showed up. It's not showed up this round. I need to roll that a couple of times actually.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm. You're lucky boys.
You're rolling it a lot now.
3 times for 70 minutes, yeah. It's wandering.
After 70 minutes, Olgrim starts to come round and coughs and splutters and says, "Where's that damn beer you shoved under me nose?"
Aye. So the smell from the carrion crawlers and beyond is really horrible because they were eating something that looked really filthy and very long time dead. It didn't look like a fresh corpse, whatever it was. So the smell's quite disgusting. You've had that while you've been eating it, so it's worth noting that you've had that smell just wafting through your nostrils while eating your food.
Yeah.
We're used to bad smells.
So unless the other thing's about to, unless the web's about to expire, we can go and look the other way.
You've got 30 minutes between the paralysis expiring and the web expiring.
Yeah, I reckon. I reckon it's probably got half an hour left to go.
So we've got time to look a bit in the other direction.
Okay,
go the other way while that one's blocked off.
We'll go and look in the other direction.
And as mentioned before, we're
in order.
Reasonably compact order. So
yeah.
Okay, well, if I just move Olgrim and Fargrim and we assume everybody is in the usual order behind us. Is that all right, Ryan?
Yeah, and they can just catch up whenever.
Yeah, but are we all having to go as a big group to go? Like, how far are you going?
Well, we were going to go north up here, which is the way we went. We went off to the west before, and we've met those cloak things. Now that we've closed this area off to the east here, so we're reasonably safe for the time being, Darrow wants to go north up here and see what's up here. Okay?
All right, okay. Which is where I think there's a little, what is that little thing in the back there? Stairs, that would maybe go to our road.
It might be. It's difficult to tell from where we were before.
You only
worth finding out.
Of course, you're probably right.
You only got a glimpse and you've got no torches
lit. What I'm asking is, are we all actually moving as a group, or are you guys going looking for it and being stay here and wait for this web?
No, we should stick together.
We're moving as a group. I'm just going to move Olgrim and Fargrim's figures as the front of the party, and when we meet up with something, then the rest of the party will magically appear on the screen behind them. All right?
Just so we're not waiting to progress while people like move tokens around a little bit at a time.
Around the map.
Yeah. Okay. So
just
as Olgrim and Fargrim come round, I will start to reveal map.
Okay, we'll have a look off to the to down this direction and make sure that we haven't had some other carrion crawlers turn up to start eating the dead bodies.
Not yet, anyway. So you still got the 4 pseudo-cloaker corpses lying in there, nice and fresh and burnt.
Okay, we move up to here. And just stop and kind of look and listen, and then move up to the corner and look round the corner both ways and up at the ceiling and such like. Anything in here?
No.
Or in here?
More just the smell of dust and old corpse and death.
Okay. Fine. Just have a look and just make sure there's nothing like old dead bodies or anything, which might have healing potions in their backpacks.
Nothing in here yet. Nothing yet.
And then move up to this corner. And by the look of it, Kiara's right. Looks like a flight of stairs going down.
Just a small flight of stairs. It's not of any significance. Just where the dungeon floors goes to a slightly lower level, so let's just put some stairs down instead of a slope.
Yeah, it's promising though. Promising.
There's no significance to a set of stairs in the middle, carved out in the middle of a dungeon of caves. There's no significance.
This feels
to a
more
set
like
of stairs.
so. If what you were in before the last part of the dungeon, we use that word dungeon because we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. The last part was the ruins of the castle and in the basement level of the castle. This feels like a crypt underneath the basement level of the castle. Feels like it could be anyway. Smells like a crypt. Smells like a crypt.
Yeah, you said crypt.
Yeah.
Smells like a crypt. It's annoying. You can't move around the map and reveal the map with the same pointer. You have to switch between the two.
Aye. Looks like another offshoot to the left there.
Mm-hmm.
Could be something interesting there.
Mm-hmm.
For interesting, read danger, lad.
You can clearly see a big, massive pile of bones here, like hundreds of bones.
Hundreds of bones, eh?
Yeah.
Is it obvious what they're bones of? Dwarves, elves, humans?
Oh, probably some of each. There's so many bones. This is a big pile of bones. It's like almost a foot high stacked up, and like a 10-foot wide pile of bones, and like a foot high stacked up in the middle. It's that many bones.
Well, if we were that way inclined, we could have an army here, couldn't we?
Well, we'll just gather everybody here where the passageway goes from 5 foot wide to 10 foot wide.
No, you don't have any light sources, only in provision, so you're not going to see any more than that, actually.
Yeah, true. But I'm going to ask Darrow if he wouldn't mind coming up and throwing. Will his hammer reach there?
What's the...
I think it's 30 foot.
Bless you.
Well, can he chuck his hammer just to hit the ground just 30 feet away and then bounce back to him? Just trying to make a noise. Try and track the attention of whatever's caused that heap of bones.
Yeah, Darrow had been thinking hammer as well when he heard bones.
So we'll assemble everybody here, ready to defend this section of corridor. And if there is something there that's created those bones, we'll just try and attract its attention.
Okay,
For all we know, it might be living in those bones.
Okay, I don't need to make you all catch up your tokens. We can do that. You can catch up after, because when Darrow throws his returning hammer, it hits the ground. It makes a thud, bang. Some of the bones on the ground, because it's hard. Some of the bones will rattle up and down on the ground, and the hammer flies back to Darrow's hand, and nothing else. That's it.
Aye. In that case, we'll cautiously approach.
Okay.
I think they're dead.
And look around the corner.
Now,
Do those bones look like they might kind of reassemble themselves into skeleton-type beings?
they're
maybe?
not. So there's not. Right. Okay. So I guess no. You don't see any like full rib cages or spines intact or anything. It's just a pile of bones. There's nothing that looks like it's part of a set that's ready to animate. They would have to move around a lot and reform to animate into something.
They look well munched.
Yeah. Yeah. Stripped of any meat or any gore or anything. It's just bones, dry bones.
Okay.
They look old.
Just step and have a look and see what might be in that room. If there's anything there that may have created that heap.
Well, you see some glints of... I want to say glints, but it's only improvision. You see some metal, I guess. Some signs of there being some metal in the piles.
All right. Well, if we can get somebody just to light a torch and have a look. Well, Kiara, we need a torch for Kiara anyway, don't we?
Does
No.
no one have a candle or a...
I thought it was.
Ourselves.
Oh, right, fine. So we don't actually. So we're just going on. All right. Well, if we get somebody just to light a lantern, Fargrim will stay on duty and just see what's in there.
Well, did any of us have a lantern?
Kiara did have some torches, I remember, a way back.
Yeah.
but
Stinky Nook has a lantern in his kit.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we needed somebody for a torch.
Right, so if you light a torch or a lantern, you'll notice glints of metal within the pile. And probably some significant amounts. There'll be... Yeah, there's... so there's a bunch of coins. If you take any, are you taking any time to search it then?
No.
No, that was let's go.
Are there any unrusted weapons
Yeah.
or armour or such like in there?
Yeah, there's bits and
No.
pieces of armour, not a full set. And there is one rusty dagger. And you find a silver ring and a handful of silver coins.
Do not stray, do not delay.
Well, collect the ring. Pick up the ring if you spotted it.
We'll take the ring if we've spotted it. I mean, we've got two master weaponsmith armourers here, so if they will be able to tell at a glance if there's anything unusual or valuable in the way of weapons and armour in there, and if there's none of that, we'll just leave the rest. Unless we can see platinum.
Old rusty bits
Or
of
gold.
metal from armour, no complete sets of armour, old rusty bits
Forget it then.
and a
Forget it.
dagger.
So,
Okay.
Oh, and sorry, I almost missed it. I've got it in brackets down here. You find some bottles.
Oh,
We'll pass those back to the priests to look at.
See,
Are they
then,
labelled?
No, but they are that thick red colour that you recognise from healing potions. Let's say they are. All the healing potions you've had, whether they're different sizes and different dice, they've all got this bright red colour, this thick cherry red colour, and you recognise the colour.
And how many bottles are there?
You are taking some time to look now, aren't you?
Well, if we can see those bottles, then
well,
yes.
yeah. Yes, I think
Let's say
they
you
might
spent
be
at least
useful.
say you spent a turn doing this room then, so there's 2 turns left on the web. You find 6 large bottles of familiar red liquid, what looks like healing potions.
it's potentially one each, but we may end up using them before they get distributed.
There's a reason they're in brackets, and the reason for that is because the Dungeon Master was preparing for the game today and thought, better drop some healing potions somewhere.
Yep.
Don't
Okay,
want them
well-
all to die quite yet.
Okay. Well, let's assume that the healing potions are being held by the middle rank of the party rather than Olgrim and Fargrim. We're going to be too busy defending each other.
Is anybody going to test them, see if they are healing potions, or drink one to see how much they do?
Shade if you didn't. Sorry, that's nobody else has got that. Nobody else has got that.
No.
No,
Carol.
we'll think about that later. We're wanting to push on.
Chucking them into bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got the ring. The weapons looked sort of rusty and rubbish, didn't they?
Yep.
Yep.
There
And
was
the
only
armor.
one weapon. There was a dagger, a rusty old dagger, and there was some bits and pieces of armour, not even a full set of armour. Loads of
Just
bones.
check.
Yeah, sounds worthless.
If the rusty dagger didn't look anything special in Olgrim and Fargrim's eyes, we'll ignore it.
I expect they'd have a good chance of spotting something that's worthwhile rather than just an ordinary dagger that's rusted.
We've got something off to the left here as well. So
Oh yeah, I need to uncover that for you.
This is potentially joining up.
Oh, potential problem there.
Yeah, we definitely need a glance there.
Any sign of anything in there?
Okay, can you hold up to 60 feet for me? No, it's okay, I can get it actually. Give you a little too much there, that's all good. No glance of any, no sign of any life? Or, or unlife, as it may be?
I will move him up to there so that then covers the extra range you've already given me, okay? So we had a look up there. If there's no signs of life or undead, then we will... Oh, there's another bone heap.
Yeah, there's another bone heap.
Mighty monsters around here. They're putting their bones into heaps.
All right, we're going to get Darrow to do his old hammer thing again. Let's just say 30 feet from there. So yes, so we'll move forward a teeny bit more, and then we'll just kind of throw Darrow's hammer at the wall and try and, if there is anything in there, wake it up.
Okay, so.
Why?
So does it wake up behind you?
If it wakes up behind us, then the rest of the party will deal with it.
Right.
Is there any kind of signs of unlife or life?
Nope.
Okay. Move forward to here.
To here, right, okay. Constantly measuring here, right, okay. A little bit more.
Anything there? No?
No sign of life.
In that case, we'll get somebody to open up Slinky Nook's lantern and just check in this area and see what's in there, of anything of potential value. Olgrim will go back and check any decent weapons and armor. Yes, no, right, fine.
Okay,
come back.
So a thorough search to take a turn, or like just a couple of rounds job?
It's an initial. Do they look, I would say,
okay, yeah.
Do they look stuff that's been torn to bits rather than skeletons that will reassemble?
Yeah, so an initial glance, definitely not skeletons reassembling, and there doesn't seem to be any bits, anything of note in there, just bones this time.
Okay, ignore that then, and carry on forward.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, it doesn't connect up. Or at least it doesn't connect up yet. Oh, no, there's something to the south.
Yep.
Yes, yeah, it looks like it does connect through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But there's
and
a wall.
Possibly something to the north?
You would have to do a bit of climbing there. To the north, let me just check levels if that goes down or up, so that I can... that goes down, so you can see.
Well, we'll be out then, surely.
So there's a shaft down there.
Come on, boys.
60 feet, where's 60 feet?
Any sign of anything there?
No.
No. Okay. How high up is this this area here? How high up?
It's maybe 6-7 feet, so you'd have to do some climbing.
No. We'll just the elves are nice and light. I'll just lift one of them up so we can have a look down the passage.
Anyone volunteering to take a leg up from Ogrim?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
aye. Kiara's got a rope of
do that.
climbing. Kiara can just go. Mary Poppins it up.
Okay. Rope of climbing it is.
Yeah, is Kiara just going to climb up? Are you going to do it, right?
Aye, where are they though?
They are here.
there's no point pinging me because it's so tiny on the screen that I
It's
have
just
to.
It's something that looks as if it connects up to where the carrion crawlers were.
If you actually, you could probably give it a sniff once you're up there. If it smells like old carrion that's been chewed by carrion crawlers, that's probably where it is.
We peek over here, are we?
Yeah, but a wee pico.
Oh, over here, this bit. Sorry, my bad.
I just did hide areas instead of reveal areas. Sorry, folk, for casting a darkness spell on you.
Control Z.
There you go. Theory confirmed.
That
if you climb up there, takes you to... You can still actually see strands of web here, Kiara. Like over here, you see the little sticky out strands of web. So, yeah, you can work out where that takes you.
Handy to know.
So that hasn't yet expired.
Yeah,
it's maybe got 10 minutes left now.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, if Andamaka and Kiara can just carry on checking that place to the north, Olgrim and Fargrim will carry on up here.
Yep, I'll keep an eye out down there.
Okay.
Well, Dara will be part of the rear guard. It's Dara and Makar are the rear guard, and Eleonora and Kiara's in the middle somewhere.
But I'm less bothered
along with Charlemagne.
Eleonora and Fargrim, if that's Fargrim at the front, can you roll perceptions, and Olgrim?
No, it's Eleonora's in the middle.
Somebody's moved her to the front.
Everyone. If everyone moves up here, right? So if everyone's coming up, like...
Yeah, we're all moving as a group.
Then...
both Olgrim and Fargrim make their perception rolls.
Olgrim and Fargrim both see or hear something clanking over here. So it's round the corner, so you don't see it, but you hear some noise from over here.
Eleonora makes it. Darrow, probably not. But Darrow's in the rear.
Alright, what am I doing? Sorry, I was miles away, man.
Roll a d20 under the average of your int and whiz.
Well, I think if at least the guys at the front know what's going on, then the rest of us just need to follow their lead, really, don't we?
Okay, is there anything in this area to the north?
No, you see an empty room, or what seems to be an empty room. Let me just check, actually, because there's a way I can do this. I can go to the DM layer and make it less opaque. Nope, there's nothing there.
Okay, well, we'll let everybody know that there's something clanking up here, and it's not our armour.
Sounds like it could be armour.
Yes, but it's not our armour. Okay, we'll stop and listen to the clanking and try and judge. Is it plate? Is it chain? Is it field plate? Is it quality? Has it been properly kind of?
Make an armour or
coming to rescue us.
Make an armour or proficiency check then. You're asking about the armour from listening to a clanking noise. If you're that good as an armourer, that's how you're going to tell me. Roll a proficiency check for armourer.
Here's Olgrim.
It's a rescue party from that deep home place.
Oh, there you go. The master armourer.
And...
Right. So, it sounds like pieces of very heavy armour, like plate armour. But maybe not a full suit, but plates of armour banging. And I would say that with such a good roll, the steps are, although they're in the right time for a person, they don't know. There's just something seems off about the sound of this armour walking, like
it's on a dead body.
Whoever's in it
could
doesn't
it be echoing too much so that there's no flesh inside the armour? Maybe. Perchance.
Right, let's say he rolled so good that he estimates it sounds like there's bones rattling around in this armour.
Undead
skeletons. Oh, if only we had some clerics.
Yeah.
Some guys who could do something about undead.
And somebody else rolls past the perception as well.
The dispenser is full.
Somebody else passed the perception as well. It sounds like it's coming towards you.
Right. Well, in that case, we will take up position here. because by my estimation, the passageway is 2 people wide here and only 1 person wide there. So 2 of us should be able to fight it if it's coming. So if the rest of them kind of form themselves up behind us, we'll get ready to fight this thing when it comes.
Where's my layers? There we go.
Now let me work out which of the 2 clerics did thingy last time.
You cast prayer.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of what's his face's blessing.
Yeah, you've forgotten your god's name. Good lord, boy.
Oh my.
One of them's done their barrack blessing for the day, one of them hasn't.
Can you zoom in a little bit, I guess? I've got a token for this boy.
We shall await the arrival of this undead creature.
Okay, so Ogrim, you can now see creeping towards you what looks like, and I could bring up in the monster manual his description, I suppose.
It's not one of these things with the kind of fiery bits in it, is it?
No, it's the size of a normal, it's humanoid size. Let me just find its description.
So it's Darrow's turn to do barrack blessing.
Let me find the appropriate. Okay. Resembles a hulking knight, typically taller than 6 feet, weigh more than 300 pounds. Its face is a blackened skull covered with shards of shriveled, rotting flesh. It has 2 tiny glowing orange-red pinpoints for eyes. Its armour is scorched black as if it had been in a fire. The demeanour is so terrifying that... right, never mind that, because that's going to tell you what it is. Okay. So... I'm just reading some skills and stuff.
Some sort of undeady kind of thing by the sounds of it.
So, I'm looking.
Okay, and it starts to speak.
Ah.
And it just in this...
Speak as in just talk, or
No,
speak as in
no,
incant a spell?
In this weird voice, it starts to say, "You will die like the rest here. You will die and rest here with the rest." And it's got this haunting, horrible, creepy, awful voice that I can't do an impression of it. And it's thudding along, and the armour's shaking, and it's coming towards you.
Well, I would say
it wields a huge, big, 2-handed sword.
Darrow's doing barrack blessing.
Okay, so are we going to roll initiative then? Let me pull up the thing and get the old ones off. Right, okay. Feel free to roll your initiative.
Can you add Darrow, because barrack blessing has to be done by hand and not by...
Yep. No, it's not done by hand. You roll d10 plus 1, because it goes on 1, doesn't it?
Yeah, I roll d10 plus 1. What I'm meaning is...
I don't add the turn. Yeah. Got you. I've added your turn. Right, so this horrible, scary-looking abomination of an undead knight-looking guy is marching towards you, chanting about how you're all going to die here. Darrow is going to cast Barrack's Blessing. Everybody else, feel free to roll initiative. I've got no one else to roll for.
I'll roll initiative for a spell, but I'll roll initiative for a spell, but I probably won't cast it. But just in case I feel like I need to cast it, I'll roll the initiative for it.
I was going to roll initiative just for my fucking bottle of holy water.
I'll probably just carry on guarding the rear of the party, but just in case I need the spell, I've rolled initiative for it.
No. Yes.
Now what's curious is how much my computer slowed down with just running Firefox. Anyway, Eleonora needs initiative. Let me click on, where is Eleanor? There. Click on Eleanor and Eleanor.
Yes, well, unfortunately, Olgrim and Fargrim are going quite late in the round. Would you mind adding a 1 on 13 for Olgrim, please, for his other hammer?
Can you hold that thought while I read a spell description?
Well, one of them isn't a hammer, it's a holy water sprinkler.
At the moment, he's got both hammers. Ah, actually, no, he will, because he now knows that it's the Death Knight, he will use the Holy Water Sprinkler. And that is fully loaded with a new charge.
Nice. I'm just bringing up a spell. I'm trying to find what level it is. It's fucking high.
So the Holy Water Sprinkler will go on 18.
Okay, so he's casting a spell, so I need to do D10 plus 1 for him. Oft.
Ooh, he's speedy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that initiative, please.
Obviously, if I had known he was the spellcaster, I might have cast prayer, but I see no reason for clerics and barracks ram to assume that a skeleton in armor is a spellcaster.
This thing's all sorts of bad.
Oh well, we'll see if he's got the drop on us. We'll find out what happens anyway. Unless it's such an immensely powerful spell that it takes more than a few segments to cast.
Well, this one had a casting time of 1 and he's rolled 1 on his D10.
It's disintegrate, isn't it?
It's a powerful spell.
Howard kill.
Why would a skeleton be doing power word kill?
Careful what you wish for.
Well, he did say we were going to die.
It's basically first level segment, first level magic user spells, and power words are what I think of as having a 1 segment casting time.
I've done Olgrim on a 13, you said, David, yeah? Right,
Yep.
What's Kiara doing?
I rolled a 10 for web, and the bear rolled a 12.
Have you got another web, have you? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. The bear spells there.
I didn't use web.
Oh yeah, it was Anna McCard did, eh?
I used lightning bolt
That's
last
right.
time.
Olgrim on the why is Olgrim on the 18? How did he change? It should be 13, eh?
Because it's +7 for the speed
right,
of the
okay.
Holy Water Sprinkler.
Okay, so that's right, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Next round he'll get a second attack with his hammer, so that'll be on an 11 and a 13 and an 18.
Alright, so this creature, abomination, utters one word. It just says one word. And I was generous, and he can cast power word kill, but I'm going to make him do power word stun instead and dock you some XP because I didn't use his toughest one. Could have just killed somebody, right?
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know what creature it is.
How are words
I was
stunned?
just joking.
So it just says a word, and it's in some ancient unknown language you don't know. It just says this one word. And who's closest to it in its vision? Ogrim.
I think the only one he can see is Olgrim.
Ogrim he can see. So the creature of his choice is stunned, reeling and unable to think coherently or act for a duration dependent on his current hit points. Okay, so but is it between 1 and 30, or is it between 31 and 60? It's between 31 and 60, isn't it? So
Olgrim is currently 52.
Creatures with 31 to 60 hit points are stunned for 2d4 rounds. So I'm going to roll 2d4.
There's no save against this.
No.
Damn.
No save. And I could have used kill. Oh, and I've rolled 2 ones. You. Oh.
Yeah, a word kill could kill anyone.
Power word kill just kills somebody, and I've already got a dead one here, so I decided to go easy and do power word. He's got blind and several other ones, but I thought stun. Boom. Ogrim out of the game again. Twice in 2 fights. Ogrim is just stupefied and can't do nothing this time. Stupefied. That is that is the Death Knight's turn though. It's a Death Knight. Didn't use his toughest spell, so I'll take a little bit XP off it if you get through it, but it's going to be a tough one. Big fancy looking 2-handed sword. Casting spells. Without even using his hands and doing magical components, he just goes, "Mah!" And Ogrim just can't do nothing. Darrow, it's your turn.
Darrow was doing Barrackman's Blessing.
Oh yeah, okay. So, how many rounds is it?
6 rounds.
You've already got a 6 thing on you, we'll just leave that there. Okay, Andy McCarr.
Obviously, the press will in effect.
Yeah, no, but
whether
yeah.
this... what I had prepared is the only spell I've got left, which is protection from evil.
This is definitely
Question
an evil
is
creature.
That going to be?
I'll double
I was
check.
thinking if it was.
I'll double check, but pretty
yeah,
sure.
I was thinking if it was only a skeleton, they're not strictly evil, but this is obviously more than just a skeleton.
Yeah, it's chaotic
so,
evil.
I'm just going to check.
It's a bleeding mage in armour.
So read the spell description for protection from evil then. And I'm going to go to the fridge.
We'll give you bonus saves against its magic.
Yes. So when the spell is cast, it creates a magical barrier around the recipient. Now the question is, I can cast it on someone else, can't I? So I could cast it on Darrow, he's right next to me. And any attacks made by evil creatures against the protected creature have -2 on their attack rolls, and it gives +2 on saving throws against the evil creature. Won't be able to possess it, or and so he wouldn't be able to possess you if he's able to possess creatures.
I just want to read from an excerpt for this monster's description just for a second, Trevor, and come back to you. Once per day it can cast dispel magic.
Oh well. But then it would have to try and dispel my magic.
But anyway, he's had his turn though, so can't cast spells and do attacks and so.
So let's see. Yes. So I was going to cast it on Darrow. So does that sound? Right. As long as Darrow doesn't mind me drawing a circle round him and casting this magic.
We draw a circle round him, do you?
He doesn't. If I had remembered, Darrow would have moved forward when he saw one of the dwarves was out of action, if he was allowed movement. Mm-hmm. But we're assuming, given I didn't mention it, we'll assume he was too busy concentrating on the Barrackman's Blessing to know.
I could move forward to you anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've got better move than you.
You've never seen an undead thing look as foreboding and as scary as this in your life, so you forgot all about that while you were casting your spell in a
We
hurry.
can't see it at the moment.
Oh, Ogrim
It just
disappeared.
sounds nasty.
Who deleted Ogrim?
Right, well, I'll... Oh, it's happened again.
Yeah.
He keeps doing that.
I just
He
saw
keeps
him
phasing
disappearing.
out. Right, well, okay, so I've cast this protection from evil on Darrow. I've just drawn a circle around him in silver and protected him from evil to some extent.
So you've done web and protection from evil. Darrow's done bless and Barrackham's and prayer. So we've done loads of
Right.
magic already in this thing. Kiara's done lightning bolt. It's Eleonora next.
Eleonora had rolled to use her staff because she assumed some clagging warrior in armor would close to melee range. So she's holding her action, but I think basically it's not going to happen.
Okay, and Kiara is next.
Well, I don't know what the fuck it is, so...
It's so...
That's alright, that's neither do I.
You can
Some sort of
certainly tell
cheating
that
magic
it's
using skeleton.
You can tell that it's undead, and so it's more of a it's like a skeleton, but it's black and it's got glowing eyes and it's wearing big armor.
It's a lich in armor.
And has a big fucking huge sword.
It's a lich in armor of some kind.
It's a big fucking undead nasty. That's what it is to you.
Well, I'll just have to cast web, because I've not... That's what I rolled for.
No one's got close enough to it yet to suffer from its 5-foot fear aura.
Oh, well, how close do I have to be to cast web?
You can cast it as soon as you can see it at that distance. You just have to step out in front of Fargrim and Ogrim. Boom.
All those corridors with web like I did.
So, let me just... because that web would be running out now, so it's a good time to just move it over.
The protection from evil lasts 10 rounds, by the way.
Okay.
But why is it there? Why can I not just choose to shoot it at the... Yeah. Sorry.
I'm just moving it from the other one, because the other one will be
Yeah, I
running
just
out.
realised that's it. It was just that it had to hit the other bit. I was like, I didn't want to shoot it there.
Which nicely means it's going to be using its Dispel Magic round 0 where it is, instead of aiming it at the party.
Depending on whether it makes its saving throw, I guess.
Yeah, so it's got a saving throw to make. So check for me the saving throw for a level
I guess it's
9
got quite a good save.
fighter. What's a level 9 fighter do for its save?
Well, it's presumably got a... Does it have a choice of saving as a spellcaster as well?
No, it's still a monster.
Saving throw would be 11.
Okay. It is still a monster, so...
Yeah.
Roll a 1 again. Go on.
Roll the 4.
Well, that'll do.
Failed the save, so
Unless,
he's caught
unless
in
it's
the
got
web.
magic resistance or something.
He's caught in the web. Now, do you want him in the centre of the web, Kiara, so that...
Yeah.
So that it takes him longer to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be honest, if I, as a particularly nasty DM, wouldn't try getting out of it. You're standing there, totally
Standing there
protected from
casting
anybody
spells,
getting
correct.
to it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Just cast his spells.
Yeah, you're
Cheating,
right.
magic using bastard.
Yeah, thanks for putting me right, because you know that tougher monsters are harder to play, and I'm an experienced shitbag DM, so thanks for keeping me right there, David. You're right. We'll just stand there and say words and go, bah, bah,
Exactly.
bah.
Well, we just wander off and take no notice.
But take note that you cast that spell again, that you've cast that spell for your XP and stuff. Right. Fargrim.
Can't hear you, Dave.
Fargrim yells, cheating, magic using swine, and rushes out to charge it and skids to a halt.
Yeah.
What?
Alright, there's a big
And
sticky
then rushes
magical
back
web in your way.
and grabs his brother. Let's get you away from that bastard thing, my brother. So basically, he's just going to drag Olgrim back a bit.
Ogrim's basically comatose on his feet again.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlemagne.
I mean,
He's going to hold his action.
Okay, well, we are at the end of the round, so did anybody else hold actions?
Yeah. Olgrim.
Okay, bye.
Eleanor did.
Right,
And
she...
she's going to try and pull Chiara back out of sight of the thing.
Forcibly.
No, she wouldn't have to force me.
You're
She's telling
cooperating.
me. Yeah, she just tell me to move back. I'll move back.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
but
can't
you
yet though,
haven't got
because
movement left,
but
but
the way
Eleanor-
that I rule it and give you movement and a spell cast, you have the movement comes first, then the spell cast. So she does end the round there, so she can't move yet.
Unless Eleanor pulls her back.
Yeah, so but then
Yeah.
then it is forcibly because it's Eleanor's action and not Chiara's.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what's
Yeah.
happening.
so she's
Thing
grabbing
is,
her,
like,
yanking her back.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's what.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Chiara's
get
being
back,
moved.
out of her-
You're moving when it's not your turn, Chiara, because Eleanor is moving you.
Yeah,
Are you going to try and resist or anything, or are you going to just go with the flow and let her grab you and yank you back? It's her character that's getting pulled. I need to ask.
No, of course.
Do you go with it, or are you fighting back?
Yes, I
She's
do.
going with it. Okay. So Chiara gets to move back then. Fair enough.
yeah.
Anyone else have held
I
actions?
think we should. No, I think we should retreat for a while.
So, this thing is going to be casting another spell. I'm going to double check if I need to change its initiative.
Well, we're now out of sight of it.
Yep.
I think we ought to get out of earshot of it.
But it's a magic using swine, and who knows what it can do.
Okay, I need just.
I still
find
think we
the
should
spell.
get further away from it.
Honorless rubbish, gun-dead thing.
I'll need to re-roll my initiative because I haven't got any more spells.
I'll have to roll another initiative.
You've used all your spells up, right?
I don't have very many. I haven't, say, got a ring of wizardry, for example.
Well, you've got 3, 2, 1, have you?
But I hadn't had a chance to memorize them all because some of those I only got
Yeah.
in the last day.
What's the ring of wizardry do like?
Right, so I didn't.
Well, the one that you've got gives you extra spells.
Oh, well then. Oh, is that how I've got extra spell slots?
Yes.
Yes, you got an extra 1, 2, and 3 third-level spell slot. One of each,
So-
first, second, and third.
His initiative's changed because he's casting a different spell. You'd be glad to know it's a lot slower this time.
Well, I need to re-roll my initiative because I'll just have to re-roll for my sword.
Fargrim is just going to kind of drag Olgrim away. So what initiative does he need for that?
Just you can go on whatever he's already got rolled.
He doesn't want to. He wants to do it faster. He's not using his weapon.
Right. Okay. So just roll. Is a dwarf a small creature or medium? Medium. So it's D10 plus 6.
Plus 6.
Because it's a natural
6?
action. Yeah. It'd be 9 if he were a large creature.
Surely
Even better, I'll roll for throwing holy water.
Nice.
That's what I was asking at the start. Was it about? Can you do that? Because that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you can. So you've got an initiative for it on your character sheet.
I've done it. Just did it now.
Nice. Nice. Okay. I believe that's everybody done then.
no, I'm rolling for Davo.
Okay. One more round left on Ogrim's fear paralysis. Or stun paralysis. Stun, that one. It was power word stun.
Yeah, we don't know how long. All we know is it's
Yeah, you
not
don't
a
know.
spell that characters of our level tend to meet very often. So,
You might have found the boss of my dungeon, folks.
what I'm looking is is that initiative?
I think you can beat it. Unlucky.
Rolled on a 10. Yeah, rolled a 10. 8 brilliant for initiative.
Nope. Trevor's talking.
Okay.
Protection from evil cast on Darrow lasts 10 rounds. Right, oh yeah.
Yeah, just I'd noted at that point because it was cast the previous round, so that's how long it's got to go.
Okay. So it's got 9 rounds left or 10 rounds left?
Well,
yeah, by the time we've got through this round, yes.
Okay. So I'll put 0. 0 means 10. Oh, I didn't mean to put 2 things on him. Oh yeah. Is he supposed to have 2? Yeah, because one of them is
Bless him.
yeah, it's still got a 6 on it yet, so
yeah.
that needs a 6 on it.
So we're waiting for what this...
No, it's not adding a 6. Alright, okay, so 6 and 1. No, 0 on that, sorry. Right, okay, so Darrow needs to be moved down in the initiative order. It's Andy McCarr first at the top of the round then.
Right. I think I can't actually throw this holy water at it. I was just rolling for something to roll, so I shall hold my action.
Okay.
You have a bottle in your hands, but you're not.
Yep, but yeah, I'm not going to throw it at this moment. There's nothing much to throw it at.
Okay, Eleonora.
Eleonora.
Yeah, a lot of you haven't seen it yet, this thing. You're just aware of it.
Yeah, she's...
Fargrim, Ogrim and Kiara have seen it.
I just screamed and tell them all what it looked like, though.
Yeah, Eleonora is holding action again.
Okay, Kiara, it's your turn. What did you roll for this time? The holy water?
Yeah.
What have I got in range for holy water, folks? What have I put?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask,
I
because...
mean, it's probably going to be 10, 20, 30.
I believe it's 10, 20, 30, yeah. I think maybe I wrote a proficiency for it. If you take it, I think that increases. But it's 10, 20, 30, so I'll do the measure.
No, so yeah, just tell me first, because I might decide I'm not doing it.
Or you may hold action.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what we just wait first.
Yeah.
For you.
The 20 foot's within the web, so it would have to be 30.
Yeah. You can be within 30 foot, so you would have your -5.
Right, but I don't actually know. But I don't actually know if Holy Word does anything to this, so I don't know if I'm going to waste my time. Plus, Eleonora pulled me back away from it, so I might just hold my action. I'm going to hold my action.
Okay. So this thing's casting a spell, and it starts muttering some words, and up here on the rocks, you see like a symbol appear. So in its line of sight here, you see it's like runes being written in magic glowing energy. And this...
On the rocks there?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Nobody can see it.
No, well, somewhere where you can see it then, right? So my point is that you do see it. So it's on the ground in front of you or something, right? My point is that you do see it.
Well, I'm not looking that way. I'm looking the other way because I'm dragging Holgrim away.
Okay. But here in front of everybody that's looking that way, so he'll mark with this magic runic symbol, and it's a fear spell, but it's like an enhanced fear spell. So let me just...
Oh no.
It creates an extra strong fear spell, causing all creatures to save versus spell with -4 penalties to the die roll, or panic and flee as if attacked by a fear spell. So who's looking upon it? Who sees this thing as it starts to on the ground there?
Yeah. I'm round.
None of us are going to
it-
say yeah.
I know.
Well, we can't see
I'm
the
wondering
creature.
if anybody does, like... Yeah,
Right, so
nice drawing.
So it's casting that where we can see it.
Yeah.
In other words, if you're looking to the corner, you're seeing it.
Yeah.
Well, I expect we
So,
probably are looking
unfortunately,
over there.
Algrim's looking at it.
Grim's already stunned and unable to comprehend anything.
He's too
Does that mean that he doesn't see it?
Yeah.
Technically, if you
Oh,
look at my
good.
token,
Thank you.
if you look at my token, Kiara's looking casually at the fucking wall.
She is
so
eye right enough if you look at the token.
it is eye. So if you want to be technical about it, she's not. But now, be realistic. She's standing right there. Of course, she's gonna fucking see it.
Make a save versus fear with -4, but you've got a +1 from something.
So -3 then.
No, it's
What's the
it's
range,
not
or is it
fair,
just
it's
sight?
listening.
Oh wait, just sorry, what did you say, Peter?
It's not a prayer, it's a bless.
Bless, so you don't
So
have to
only
pass on
affects-
saves. Yeah, what about the protection from evil? No, that's only Darrow that's got that.
That's
Right, so
So
Yeah.
a save versus spell with a -4.
right. So I'll do saves for both of mine.
Animacar, no. Darrow and Eleonora and Chiara, yes. Chiara's failed. So, you get the effect of a fear spell for 10 rounds. Oh no, for 1d10 rounds, I
Yes.
think it is. Hang on.
which is
I keep on
2
clicking.
seconds. So, because I'm skipping between tabs. Affected creatures are likely to drop whatever they're holding when struck by a spell. The base chance of this is 60% at first level, and at each level above this reduces the probability by 5. So you go down 6 times, so 55, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. So you've got a 30% chance of it working on you. So how do I roll that? A D100. No, it's a saving throw negates at the top here. You've got a saving throw. Aye. So you failed the saving throw. It doesn't say the effects.
Yeah, it basically, if you're affected by fear,
You drop
there's a
what you're
chance you'll
doing.
drop whatever you're holding.
Aye,
That's
so-
the thing that
Aye.
reduces.
So you've got a 30% chance of dropping everything that you're holding for a start. So let me roll that.
Russia cast a spell and didn't have any weapons in my hand, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you're not going to drop anything. So I don't need to roll that. You're not going to drop anything.
In that case, run away as fast as possible away from that symbol for a number of melee rounds equal to the level experience of the caster.
20th.
What?
All its spells count as cast at 20th level. It counts as 20th level
Jesus!
caster. Oh, I think you're so lucky I'm not using its other most powerful weapon. It's got a fireball as well, but I thought you've had enough of them for now, so...
A 20th level fireball. It's not.
No, the fireball isn't 20th level. It's got specific, it's like a certain level as well, but it's got a lot of tricks up its sleeve, this thing. So, you've got to run away for, I think it's 1d10 rounds.
Here we are.
No.
Here we're saving through.
What is it? Oh, David, you're muted.
Sorry, if it's fear, you run away for its level in rounds
20 rounds.
at full speed. Oh God.
Okay, Darrow. And the roll of 3, despite his magic items
Ouch.
and his being a dwarf.
Darrow is scared as well.
God. Mind you, his speed is half the speed of Kiara.
Right. So
Is it really 14 he needs?
Well, a
Yeah,
three's
it's
not
on
going
a
to
roll
save.
of
And,
3, I think.
and Eleonora, because she was turned that way, because she was pulling Chiara. So, Eleonora save as well. There you go, yours came
Oh
up
dear,
with
so
fail
that's
anyway.
3 people running away.
So, for 20 rounds, the 3 of you are running away as fast as you can.
Oh, there we are. You see,
Charlemagne's turn.
He's holding his action.
Okay. Fargrim.
He's standing there confused. What the hell's going on?
No, it's all.
I'm assuming Fargrim can only go half speed because he's dragging his brother.
Yeah.
Right, I'm rebooting this machine. My characters aren't doing anything in a hurry.
Well, Fargrim's going to drag his brother and duck down the side of the passageway and lean him up against the wall and just kind of rattle his helmet. You're right, brother. What's going on?
Okay, it's Darrow next, and I'll just do the movement for you if you want, Darrow, because you're just running away. 60 feet.
Yeah, yes. I say I'm rebooting.
There we go, it's Darrow moved.
Fargrim will yell as you go past. Are we moving? Are we withdrawing, Dara?
Darrow sure is. And then it's, well, held actions is only, I believe, Charlemagne.
Yeah.
I held my action.
Okay, so what's Andy McCarr doing?
I'm going to go with Eleonora. So I'm going to stick with her. If she runs away, I'll run with her. I can probably run faster than her because I'm not in armor.
She's not running away this round.
Yeah, well,
if you're looking towards Eleonora, I think you probably have to save Andy.
Yeah, if you're looking at Eleonora, you may make a saving throw because we're looking at that thing, because you'll definitely notice it.
Right, so I'll make a save.
Your obsession with this woman's going to get you in trouble.
Get killed.
It's my duty, you know. So it's versus spell.
Save versus spell with a -4.
-4 then.
Oh.
Oh well, I was going to run away with her anyway, so.
That's 4 of you running away. Okay, so next round we have Adam McCarr. No, Eleonora first. Well, Adam McCarr first, and then Eleonora running away.
I might have dropped the holy water.
You've dropped the holy water and your sword if it's in your other hand.
Well, I might. Well, I wasn't holding my sword. I was holding the holy water.
Yeah, because you do it, and you're only one-handed, right? So yeah. Okay, so you drop a holy
roll
water.
percentile.
What's the yeah? Okay, I'll just roll D.
Just roll D100 and see whether it's worth looking at.
Yeah.
You drop it.
You do drop it.
Oh, sorry, no, you don't actually.
You don't drop it.
Because that's high. You need to roll low to the chance of dropping it reduces.
You don't drop
I clenched the holy water hard in my hand in a reflexive action.
Roll one of them for Eleonora as well for me, because she's next in the turn order. See if she drops what she's holding.
Right.
And Adam McCarr needs to run away 120 feet.
I'm trying to roll 20 in a different.
You rolled it for Eleonora, Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of restarting. I'm just logging in. Basically, I'm now having.
We don't need to know what you're doing, man. Just do it. It's cool.
Ryan, you roll for Eleanor to see if she drops anything.
I did just roll 1d100, but I don't know what's happened. Nothing came up. Is it slash roll? It is.
I'm rolling percentiles.
There we go. 78.
1.
Yes, Eleonora drops whatever it is if you take Peter's.
Yeah, if Peter's came up first, we'll take it. So Eleonora drops whatever she was holding. Is that the staff of striking?
Yes.
No, because she'd not had an initiative. What she was holding was Kiara.
All right, that's
True,
right. She
yes,
was
of
holding
course.
Kiara. So she lets go of Kiara.
Well, Kiara actually tears herself out of her grasp.
And she runs away 120 feet. So that's about as far as Andy McCarr ran.
This is feeling very similar to what happened to a character of mine in Call of Cthulhu as well. Just ran about screaming for ages.
Is she in it? Does her armor slow her down?
No, she's unencumbered.
Then.
Next, it's Kiara, who is dropping what you weren't holding anything, were you? 'Cause
Nah.
okay, so you don't drop what you're holding, but you will run away 120 feet. So that is this direction. No need to move. I've got it for you because you're just fucking. There you go. So you guys have all ran away. It's the Death Knight's turn. I've not changed initiative, but it's going to move. And what does a strong character move?
Hold on.
1 foot?
No, Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan. Oh,
What?
we have all. So lots of us had actions for the previous round.
Yes, but you're running in fear.
Are you running in fear? You don't have your held action anymore if you've been hit with this fear spell. Held action's gone.
Oh, I thought the running in fear was the held action.
No. If you were holding some action and something else then affects you, that held action disappears.
Yeah.
There's got to be some negative reason to. Do you know what I mean? You're always holding action. There's got to be. You know what I mean? There's got to be a condition that makes it not a good idea. But anything hitting you is going to lose your held action. It's gone. Right. So how far would it move if it chose to move?
Creatures with 18 or greater strength can break through 2 feet of web. Creatures with strengths between 13 and 17 can break through a foot of web.
So it can move through 2 feet.
Oh, no! 20th level? Greater than 18 strength?
Okay, so it's just going to move on this turn then.
I should think it must be easily able to move 2 feet.
It's
Hasn't
Charlemagne's
the bear
turn.
got an initiative? Didn't the bear have a held action or something?
The bear had the held
Kiara
action.
only ran away this round.
The bear doesn't have to take the saving throw versus the thing, so it doesn't comprehend it.
The bear's going to follow Kiara. If Kiara's run past it screaming, then the bear's going to follow Kiara.
Yeah, the bear runs off chasing Kiara, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Fargrim?
Fargrim and Ulgrim look at each other, Ulgrim now having come out of the stun, and will follow Darrow to protect him from wherever he's going. So they'll follow Darrow at 60 foot.
Okay. Darrow is involuntary. I can move you. You're running 60 feet.
So the question is, do we stop running before this thing manages to break through the webs? It's going to be touch and go.
Yeah. Well,
Or
anyway,
do we
Actually, I know. I think it'll
running?
get through the webs before we can stop running.
before we do the next round, which might be the last one, depends how much goes on in it, I need to quickly run to the bathroom, so bear with me a second, guys.
Aye, brother. We'll just have to follow the boss and find out where we're headed.
Just changing the markers on the boss. So, we're at the top of the next
How far
round.
we can get in.
It's Andy
I wonder how
McCar's
far we
turn.
can get in 20. Well, I'm just going to carry on running, I guess.
Ah, yeah, you're
Well,
scared.
can I suggest we just move in order of the way people are in the party, because whoever's in under fear is going to move in the same direction each time,
Well,
isn't
no,
it? Aren't
because
they?
we need to do it in order because we're still in an initiative. So, Andy McCar,
So I assume we're just going to carry on back the way we came in our panicked state.
Right,
That's
Andy
what
McCartney
we do,
there.
isn't it?
Eleonora,
Right.
Are we just running back the way we have came?
you're running away, yeah? You're running, to your
Yeah.
knowledge, what is away. Yeah, so Eleonora to there. Kiara's about the same, a little behind. Charlemagne's just, well, he follows Kiara. Darrow, well, we're not doing, it's Eleonora and Kiara first because they're in the initiative order. And then it's the Death Knight's turn. So Kiara and Eleonora are here basically. Charlemagne's following Kiara. Oh no, it's not his turn.
By the
yet.
time it breaks through, we're going to be quite a long way away, but it probably knows a shortcut.
Death Knight moves 2 feet through the web.
Something tells me it's going to take a shortcut and catch us up.
Charlemagne's turn. Catches up.
Well, it's got 20 minutes, so...
Fargrim's turn. What's Fargrim doing?
Fargrim's staying with, and his brother are moving together.
And they can
We're acting as rear guard.
both move because Olgrim's spells his stun is
Yes.
gone now, so they can both move up to 60 feet. So
Okay.
you can move them. I'm only moving everybody else because they're having to run
Well,
away.
we
They've got no
will
control.
be following Darrow. So Darrow will move, and we'll move at the end of the round after him. Okay.
Okay. So Darrow, you're moving 30 feet away.
Only 30 feet.
60 feet, sorry. So Darrow runs in fear as well. Now that's another round, so I'm going to change this. I've got it on Kiara's tokens. I'll change it to 18. Okay. So you moving the battle, brothers?
Yep.
Okay. That is the end of another round. So, Andy McCarr, you're next. You're going to run out 120
Oh, I guess
feet.
I carry on running.
Yep.
We're probably heading out the way we came in, aren't we?
Yep.
So, how far can I get? Should imagine I get past that. Yeah.
Almost to the
Out
entrance.
here, yes. Yeah.
And that's Eleanor and Kiara after you. Death Knight moves. Let me just grab him. Charlemagne, go catch up with his mistress. Like, everybody's running away, what's going on? We never do this. Fargrim.
Fargrim and Olgrim will follow Darrow.
Yeah, I
So
know
just
it's-
move Darrow.
We don't have Olgrim in the initiative order, but he can just go at the same time as Fargrim, that's fine, because they're just moving. Okay.
Yep. And they're moving behind Darrow, so Darrow will, they're not overtaking Darrow. So just move Darrow, he's 60 foot.
Another round. So I need to take 2 of these. I didn't do it. So 7 and
Yeah.
3 and this to 17. Okay, next round. Adam McCarr. Right, so we're leaving the map. Adam McCarr, Kiara, Eleonora, they're all leaving this map, okay? So, I will let Darrow and Fargrim and Olgrim catch up, and we'll take you to another map.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just heading back onto the previous map, I see.
Back onto the previous map, but you've not got much choice about it. That's where you are now are.
Yep.
All your tokens have disappeared, so I'll have to just make a note of what if everybody's on. In fact, no, I don't, because I can just delete.
That.
Yep, I can just delete these, go to the other map, and copy them.
I mean, it won't take us long to get to the bit where we came down into the dungeon and then we won't be able to go any further.
Yeah, there's a choice of dead ends. We've got a choice of 3 different dead ends.
Yes, I think. Well, presumably we just run back to where we came down into the dungeon, and then of course we just run around in circles because it's all collapsed.
Yeah, so basically you're going to be running until the fear spell wears off, which was 20 rounds, another 17 rounds. So, you're stuck down here, or the majority are stuck down here for 17 rounds. So...
Okay, so basically... Best if everyone just gets moved into this area, and Fargrim and Olgrim will just stand guard here, waiting for that bastard magic user to make an appearance.
Okay. So, after 7 more rounds, it will get out of the
web.
The web. So
then it's just a case of what are its in kind of orders or instructions, or
what can it do in 12 rounds? Yeah. So we'll have to do some measuring again, folks.
Yeah.
12 rounds, it can remember the other spells that it hasn't cast yet, and then we're all done for.
Oh yes.
So that's 1
Somebody
round.
muttered power word kill and 20th level fireball. For the 20th level fireball, brother, I'm having another one of those potions.
Yeah, the one thing is, Dave, this is 2E, not 1E.
3 rounds.
So 20th level fireballs hurt no more than 10th level ones.
Okay.
And you think that's helpful?
So, the
Not when I'm on 24 hit points.
the 7 rounds will go by, and it doesn't come for you to this next level. It doesn't follow you up from the lower level. So, you seem to be at peace for now.
Well,
You've
we'll
been
just
chased
wait
out
until
of the lower level of the
screaming
dungeon.
stops.
The screaming stops after another however many rounds it was that you were running away in fear. I can take away everybody's everything, because it's enough rounds that everything's finished, all the spells are gone. But you have survived your encounter with a Death Knight. I mean, you haven't beat it, you haven't conquered it, but you survived your first encounter with one.
Well, I tried
Well,
to
at least
attack it, but it had webbed itself to protect it from us.
Yeah. At least the web stopped it from getting to us. That's quite useful.
No,
Very
it cast
useful.
web to stop me getting to it. That's Fargrim's view. First of all, it kind of did for his brother, then it cast web to stop him getting to it.
I think we can plan. Once we come through, I think we probably
I think we're going to have to rest up, I mean, I've got no spells. I expect Kiara's used a lot of her spells. The clerics have used most of their spells.
yeah, so
And we've got something nasty to face.
I'll use up the last 2 cure spells.
Okay. Do you want to roll for them then?
Right. How much down are your 2 characters, Dave?
1 second, I'll just check.
I don't think they've actually taken any damage,
They're not-
have they?
yeah,
They've just
they're
done a
not-
lot of running.
Aldgrim is 15 down. Fargrim is 12 down.
So they could both take one each.
15 and 12, and Darrow is 13 down, isn't he?
Yeah.
So there was a 15 and a 12. So the
Yep.
15 gets D10 plus 1, which is 5.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Darrow gets 8.
Nice roll. So, I take it that's a sign that you're going to rest up then if you're using up the last of the healing spells.
Yeah, I think we can keep hold of the potions because we're pretty full.
Okay.
And it would be metagaming to think, oh, if I got people over 60, then they...
Oh, that would be very much better given. They would have a different effect on that spell. Right, so if you're going to do a rest to get spells back, it's a long rest because you were in the morning, so you're doing another big 20-hour rest.
But we're also doing planning.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to do a long rest. You're going to rest right through to the next day, the 9th, 30 days to court. And because you've got plenty of time to do planning, then you've got plenty of time that we can do that in between sessions, and we can actually, you can do all that. So, be a nice point to finish the session for the night.
Can
Yes.
I
We've also
confirm one thing,
Mm-hmm.
which was we heard it spellcasting before the symbol.
Aye.
Aye, and I heard it chanting before it did that to my brother Aldgrim.
Mm-hmm. The symbol was a spell that it cast. Yeah, okay. So, you are going to rest.
Never
then.
met a wizard in armour before.
So if you're going to rest, we will park the session there. So it is the end of 31 days to court. We're going to rest up, and in the morning when we start session 61, it will be 30 days to court. That'll be the 9th of the month.
If we've got some time, because we've still got the afternoon, haven't we?
We've got
We
the
could
whole day.
examine where this thing has been caved in on us. Especially the dwarves can have a look, see if there's any way of clearing it, or whether there's any way of getting out if we needed to.
Okay, so in that case, then we're not resting yet at the end of this session. We'll do that.
Oh.
If you can explore that at the start of the next session before the resting, because if there's anything to be said about it, you want that before. You know what I mean? You want that information, and I'm not going to give you that now as we're parking the session.
There's no chance of getting out here, and in actual fact, the walls are unstable. So this is a dangerous part of the dungeon to be in. So when we're resting, we're not underneath the area where we came in by, because that's unstable.
Well, we'll discuss that in between sessions and on the next session then, because since you got away from the Death Knight, I don't want to get back involved with it because it's too much going on for, you know what I mean, for another 10 minutes left in the session. So we park the session for now.
Okay.
If I will say goodnight to everybody on Twitch, and then I'll come out and hang out in Discord for 5 minutes if anybody's going to be. So, everybody wave. Everybody say goodnight and wave.
Good night.